Greetings and welcome to the Astronomy Picture of the Day podcast. Today's picture is titled NGC 1300, Barred Spiral Galaxy. So what do we see here? Well, here we see the spiral galaxy known as NGC 1300, and it's an example of what is known as a barred spiral galaxy. Now that means that there is a bar going through the center, and we can see this going diagonally from the upper left and down toward the lower right. And the reason for the bar is something we don't completely understand yet. But we do know that some spiral galaxies have a bar, that includes our own Milky Way, and others seem to have spiral arms that twist right down into the center. But we don't understand the difference. In fact, barred spirals are more common than the ordinary spirals, and it seems like about 2/3 of the spiral galaxies seem to have a bar going through their center. But again, why that and how it forms and how it remains as the galaxy rotates is a really good question and something astronomers are still currently researching and trying to understand. Now, the spiral arms here seem to come off the end of the bar. So it's almost like an extension of the bulge of the galaxy, the central region, which is a little bit yellower there with slightly older stars, compared to the spiral arms coming off the end, and we see a distinct difference in color there. We see a distinct blue color in the spiral arms. The blue color caused by young stars which have formed, in fact, young massive star clusters where stars have formed very recently. How do we know that they formed recently? Well, those hot blue stars in some cases only live a few million years. Therefore, the fact that we see them means that they must have formed within the last few million years. Otherwise, they'd be gone. They would have already gone through their lives and exploded as supernovae or turned into white dwarf stars at the end of their lives, depending on their specific mass. So the fact that we still see them means that star formation happened within the last few million years. And in fact, we know it's even more recent because all those pink regions are hydrogen regions. Those are things like our Orion Nebula, except on a much more massive scale. And they are regions of current star formation, not just millions of years ago, but going on right now. So the fact that we see all this means that a spiral galaxy like this one is currently forming stars. Now, this is a Hubble Space Telescope image looking at the details of this galaxy, and in fact, one of the best images Hubble has done of an entire galaxy, showing us all the detail there. The galaxy itself is relatively nearby by galactic standards, only about 70 million light years away, which again sounds like a great distance to us, but when we start talking about galaxies that are many hundreds of millions or billions of light years away, this is one of our relatively nearby galaxies, allowing us to get detailed images of it because it is so much closer than the more distant galaxies we study. So that was our picture of the day, titled NGC 1300 Barred Spiral Galaxy. We'll be back again tomorrow for the next picture, previewed to be Spiral Unraveling. So we'll see what that is about tomorrow. And until then, have a great day, everyone, and I will see you in class.